Thanks for joining me today as we're going to propagate. I wanted to show you a little bit of the background with this plant. I know I gave it an introduction in the past when I repotted it, but wanted to take you through the journey. So from April of 22, moved it to Florida. It started booming almost immediately. Within months, I got all sorts of new variegation, new growth, but it was clear that she needed a new home. This was the time I decided she needed out of that tiny pot, so I let her get a little bit more of some photo op before we went through with the repotting. Had to, of course, propagate a little too. And here it goes. Repotting day, one final look. I don't know, like I thought it would all die or something that day. It was a journey to get it out of there, and I was amazed once I did. But we got it into the new pot and got lots of new propagations. And my little recycled glass jar. Brasil Philodendron, golden pothos, white butterfly arrowhead. All the rest of these are Brazil, but some of them have some different variegations. The majority of Brazil is going to have the 3 different colors in a leaf here, but some of them, as you can see, it's like a lemon lime. And this one's just 2 different colors of green. So I love all the different colors that you can get off of this plant. You just never know what you will get from a Brasil philodendron. All right, time to start trimming on this pretty girl. Just got this one long vine that you can see. Gotta cut it at the source. She's got tons of beautiful new growth, new growth, new growth, new growth, new growth. This one's even climbing up the side here. It's gorgeous. We've got new growth on this side. We've got one, maybe just one up there. Wait, it's everywhere. And I will pick you up and give you an in-top view here in a bit as well. But this is the vine we're after today. Goes all the way down here next to Begonia Row. Yeah, see, even this one that's on here is starting to brown a bit. So nothing here is going to last much longer, but I can't bring myself to you know what? Why am I even saying this? I have learned the lesson enough times now in the last few years. Yeah, see, this guy has got a little brown on him, and it's at the very top of this vine. So we're basically going to cut this vine back to the soil. And to be honest, I can't even see what I'm cutting, which is a little bit scary and not suggested. Okay, there, now I can see it. I'm going to cut as far as I can see for now, and then we will come back when I take you up top and look in there. Alright, see, I used to cringe doing that kind of a cut, but I know this is going to be good because I'm going to get a whole lot of new pieces, and we're saving this beauty that's at the end. I do have to uncurl her from these. I don't know why when I moved in I thought it would be a good idea to wrap things around. These only need a tiny bit of support. Not all of this venturing that I insisted on doing. Alright, but I wanted this end to continue to get growth. There was a couple of times she tried to grow like down underneath the shelf where obviously there's no light. All right. Almost. Almost. Here we go. All right. So, yep, it's taller than I am, so this is probably 6 or 7 feet. I'm about 5'7", and I'm barefoot, and that's just hardly touching the ground. So yeah, no, I'm probably 7 foot, maybe 8. So now we propagate. So she's laid out on the floor here, and I will say I've tried so many different ways to propagate this vine and had varying success. I initially tried to keep really long vines and just root the end of it, but then slowly but surely one leaf at a time would start falling off. So what I need to realize is that because the middle part of this vine was beginning to die and the top ones have some browning, that means that there's not much life left in these. So 100% these are getting cut into individual little nodes. I'll stick them into my little sphagnum moss container here so they can sprout out like all of these others have. And then for these that have no browning and are just beautiful growth, I'm probably gonna keep about 5 or 6 nodes on this because it's gonna be a great addition to my already propagated Brazil that's out in the barn. We'll add it in and get you guys a tour of that. But yeah, probably cut it about here or there since these are pretty spaced out. That's where it was getting a little leggy. So I'll probably cut here, take these 2 leaves off and try and root, you know, the bottom 3 nodes. And then all the rest of these, what I'll likely do is cut them into individual nodes and sell them. So check out Plant Lady Sarah or lrbaquatics.com. Let's do it. Okay, way more fruitful than I expected, just off of one vine. Again, 7, maybe 8 foot. We got our itty bitty pile of trash here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nodes that are going in sphagnum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that are going in. They'll go in water for now. I do believe that their roots will fall off. They might just go in my little mixed planter. We'll see. No. All of them with leaves are getting rooted. That's what they're doing, in water. Yep. So that was 3, 6, 9, 11. And then this is the big end of it that was just gorgeous. So she's gonna root in water and she'll get planted in dirt with my other Brazil. And at the end there, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows by 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So, or wait, yeah, whatever. 20. 20, 31. That's 9. That's 40. 41 plants. 41 new plants. All of these will probably be available within the next couple of weeks. Honestly, they root out pretty quickly. And these at the end, a variety of things I've been planning with them. I don't know. We're gonna start up some terrariums, so that'll be fun. So here's my little sphagnum moss container. It's got a lot of different weird things in it, and some of them are new and recent, and I probably screwed up, but hey, experiments are fun. So most of these, as you can tell, are probably arrowhead. I think a lot of them are the berry illusion, but some of them could be white butterfly. We'll see as they grow up. I just threw a lot of stuff in here. This is this new beautiful philodendron that I have. This is her mama. They have pink at the base. That's Brasil Philodendron. Brazil, that might be pothos or Brazil. We'll see. That one's got a little calcium on it. Definitely Brazil. Can see the variegation there, even though it's still curled up. Got Brazil. That's a berry illusion on the Syngonium. This was a Hoya leaf off one of my Hoyas that kind of fell off dying, and so I thought I'd just throw it in and see what happens. And this looks like a heartleaf philodendron. I don't think that's the Brazil, but yeah, I think so. That's exciting. I've struggled with that one. This one's a pothos, I can tell. This is another one of the beautiful little pink guys. I've got some pieces of a Christmas cactus in here. Yeah, I probably need to get them out. But this sphagnum moss is getting really cool. This has been in here for months now. I don't know what this is, some little volunteer that sprouted out. can see right down in there, green sphagnum growing. So like finally I'm gonna be maybe producing a little sphagnum moss instead of just using so much of it. Oh, and this is Polynesian ivy. Yeah, I don't see any growth on there. I didn't quite expect it. It rooted out really well in water. Oh, see, this one's rooted. That one's rooted. Okay, we'll keep it. That's why I put some others in. Oh, look at that. Cool amount of sphagnum growing there. Here's this mixed planter that I mentioned possibly using. That's freaking amazing. The way that it's been growing all of these from those like little pieces of root like I showed. This has all been outcomes. We've got arrowhead, we've got Brazil, we've got pothos, golden and green. And then we have ferns popping up. Boston fern, just coming out of the soil. I love it. So here's another Brazil cutting that I have put into a little, well, recycled yogurt jar with a variety of different things in its substrate. It's awesome. But just to look at what can happen with a lot of those cuttings that I had just made today. This one's another prime example. So you can see here, the entire stem is dried up. You'd almost think like the roots are kind of dried up under there, but now here comes a fresh new leaf. This little petiole seems to be stuck here, so there you go. But yeah, same, we got this little guy, and then separately that little guy. Just when you think nothing's gonna happen, everything wants to live. Green pothos. ZZ plant, first time trying to propagate it, and I've got roots on some. Letting it grow for a bit. More of those Brazils. This one was also Brazil cutting, but see there's like no variegation. It isn't. And I don't know why this one has a hard time like unfurling. So yeah, I'll keep that one for me, but the rest of these that have their beautiful Brazil-like variegation are available. And this one, yeah, it's kind of different too, but it's available. Arrowhead, white butterfly. Here's my little tropical 4-pack that's turned into a 5-pack. You get the baby Brazil, the white butterfly, the green pothos. This berry illusion, I'll probably send an additional one or a new one. I got plenty more, but the fact that this leave's yellowing, but there's new ones coming. And that one's the little golden pothos that could. New leaf is doing great. So yeah, a little tropical berry 5-pack. These are my bigger arrowheads. Oh, love these. They're doing so great. They love life. I've got this Brazil ready to go. She's a beaut. Prayer plants ready to go to their new homes. So many cuttings. All these ready to go. Green pothos, gold pothos, Brazils. These are ones that'll keep growing in your tank. Be sure to check out the video description for links to where you can purchase any of these if you're interested. These are the top shots that I promised earlier in the video. But thank you all so much for coming on my Brasil Philodendron Propagation. Be sure you subscribe to see more and let me know in the comments what other plants you'd like to learn more about.